Good day everyone, I am Sir Jerickson Eschua and welcome to Animation 2.
Good day, future animators. For today, we're going to discuss about the different design standards and the similarities and differences of cleanup and in between. For our learning objectives at the end of the lesson, you should be able to first identify the different design standards for animation, determine the similarities and differences of in between and cleanup, and to apply design standards in producing in between drawings. So, for our quote of the day, animation is all about creating the illusion of life, and you can create it if you don't have one. This is according to Brad Bird. And it really is based off that we have a creative mind and imagination. Okay, so later on, if you will be creating your own animation film, imagination is your limit. So our key terms, we have your design standards, the characteristics of design standards, the print design, cleanup, and in-betweening. So we have here several design standards that we should be aware of so that if you want to pursue print design later on as part of animation, okay, you may do so. And this can be integrated in several aspects. So the first one is we have your motion graphics and video work for film, television, and web design. So animated cartoons, infographics, and for corporate presentation can be created using your animation skills. Good design is needed for motion design and even documentary film that is in need of on-screen graphics, a band looking for a standout music video, or an author who wants attention-grabbing book trailer can be created using your skills in animation. So, as today we have several advertisement that uses cartoons as a means of presenting their brand, and you may also do that if you want to pursue animating in the future. You may also create some music video using animation, or also you may create print design using the different techniques in animation. Okay, so aside from that, we can also create posters and flyer design in which you can create it for musicians, for filmmakers, and even for performance groups. So here are examples of poster and flyer design that you may use. Okay, so you may create it for a book purpose, or this can be used for a CD or so on, and these are other examples. Okay, aside from poster and flyer design, it can be used for album packaging and book design. So through design your own design standards, you may create eye-grabbing print or ebook graphics layouts for independent authors and different publishers. Because using the different applications that we have in animation, you may create several designs. Okay, CD and DVD and album design can also be used and can be placed on jewel cases, digipacks, and sleeve for musicians and even filmmakers. Okay, it can also be used for illustration and cartooning. So we have editorial illustrations, comics, and character design. And other examples can be for posters and advertising and even album packaging. Okay, so comics can also be used as a means of creating your design standard. Okay, in terms of comics, this is similar in creating your storyboard and in creating your model sheets. Okay, using those understanding or skills that you already have, you may create your comic book later on. Okay, we also have here logo design, and nowadays websites and even other social media uses interactive logos in which the logo is not stationary but it moves in particular to the brand that you are placing. Okay, so this can be used for business marks, icons, video title sequences, and other typography. So here are other examples of logo design that you may base on your future logos. Okay, so let's proceed to the different characteristics of design standards. So the first one is what we call our purpose. So in terms of purpose, like any other element in the design system, animation must have a purpose. To integrate animation, we need to start looking through the interfaces, noting how and why you use animation in that particular product and brand. Okay, so here are other things to consider in terms of purpose, we have the state change, the emphasis, and the reveal. In terms of the state change, this shows that an object has changed state due to user interaction. For example, a state change can hover or on a click. Animation here is used to soften the transition between states. Okay, so this can be integrated on our mobile phones. Okay, where you click the icons and it pop-ups the user interface. That's an example of a state change. Okay. On emphasis, animations is used to draw attention to specific information or an action. For example, a nudge to encourage users to progress to the next step into the course, or you may use buttons in that particular aspect. Okay. The reveal are animations that are used to hide or reveal extra information such as menu, being hidden on the side, drop down, or pop over. So you may also see that in the transitions that can be seen on your mobile phones or different apps. So there are no standard categories for the purpose of animation. Some products use a lot of standalone animations such as animated tutorials. Some use screen transitions, others don't. Some make personality brand. For every part of animation, other groups create their own category. Okay, so here are some animation types or design systems that are categorized in different way. So you may use it for enter and exit on your design. Okay, for interactive designs purposes. We also have emphasis, meaning you're drawing attention to an object that is already on the screen. For transitional purposes, okay, we have different transitions that can also be seen on PowerPoint presentations. We have personality and branding, which we already discussed in our first lesson on our personal entrepreneurial competencies, and on the second lesson, which is your environment and market. Okay, so the different categories are specific to interface and brand, and how to use this animation should be defined by the company itself. Okay, so the main value is to articulate why the team should use animation in your specific project. Okay, so aside from what we call purpose, we also have the feel. Okay, so when we say feel, this purpose is helping the user understand how the product works, basically. Animation also helps to express brand personality. So another aspect to consider is how animation should feel. Okay, so we have here different brand feel that you may also integrate on your future activities, where if you want to create a lively and energetic feeling, you may create quick and soft transitions. Okay, examples of effect, we have soft bounce, anticipation, or soft overshoot. For playful and friendly brand feel, you may use elasticity or springy objects. Okay, so effects can be squash and stretch, bouncy easing, and wiggle. For decisive and certain, we have balance and stable. So you may use ease in, ease out, or slow in, slow out. And for calm and soft, you may use small soft movements or movement at all. And the effect can be opacity or change of color or changes of scale and so on. Okay, so let's proceed to print design. So the goal of print design is to use visual graphics to communicate a specific message to viewers. A design can be considered print design if its final form was created through an imprint made by the impact of a stamp, seal, or die on the surface of the paper. So here are the different types of print design. We have business cards, branded packaging, labels, and shopping bags. We have brochures, billboards, book covers and interiors, magazines and newspapers, signages, stationery, greeting cards and invitations, calendars, posters, menus, and banners. Okay? Actually, in terms of print design, you may also use other softwares online that you can maximize its full feature. We have Canva, we have Pictochart as an example where you can create your own design for this particular types of print design. Okay, so let's now proceed to the similarities and differences of cleanup and in-between drawings. So for cleanup, let's define first the characteristics and its features. So when we say cleanup, it is cold tracing and tracing solid and clean lines over the rough animation to get closed zones. In terms of cleanup, this is the final paperless animation step before the ink and paint step, meaning we already drawed it on the paper, now we scanned it, and then we draw the final lines in the software that we have, and then we can have that soft copy for uh, placing the colors or the design for that particular character. Okay, you will also need to add a new drawing layer to create your cleaned up drawing. Okay, and this is also equivalent of adding a sheet of paper and tracing the rough using the animation disk. Okay, so basically we're rendering the final character using our software, using this particular aspect, which is your cleanup. For in-betweening, it produced drawing between previously completed poses in order to complete the illusion of movement or action. So once we are done with our cleanup, we can now create the in-between poses in our software that we use. Okay, and then in that particular software, we also already placed there the character, and then we're going to now create the in-between based on that pose that we have on that particular character. Okay, so in terms of in-betweening, they are responsible for producing neat and accurate in-between drawings as directed by the animator. And it comes each of the two key drawings. Okay, the two key drawings would be your extreme key poses, which is your first key drawing and your last key drawing. It contributes to creating the sense of flow, which is at the heart of all the good animation. Okay, so this is an example of an in-between. As you can see here, we have your key pose here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in-between drawings. And for cleanup, this can be drawn on a paper. We have your sketch. Okay, this is Cat Don't Dance model sheet. And as you can see, this is the cleanup by Todd Jacobson. Okay, so these are two different animator. So he draws the rough key poses, and this Todd Jacobson created the cleanup version of that particular rough drawing. Okay, next, cleanup is a method that allows you to keep the roughs and clean intact, and you only need to disable the rough layer to prevent it from appearing in the scene once you have placed it in our software, because in embedding actually that particular rough layer, okay, you need to place another layer for you to sketch the final lines, okay, in your softwares. For in-betweening, this is the process of creating transitional frames between two frames in order to show the appearance of movement and evolution of the content in its keyframe. And this is a technique that can be used to signal the change in position, shape, or color of objects between the keyframes. Okay, so that's the similarities and differences of in-betweening. Okay, so to end our discussion for today, what we think is what we become. Okay, so this is according to Gautama Buddha. So I hope that once you already have the skills, okay, I hope you can pursue animation in the future. Okay, so for our practice, this will be our fourth performance task, which is an animation advertisement. You need to create a 30-second to 1-minute animation advertisement for St. Mary's University Senior High School, applying the principles of animation discussed in the lesson. And you need to include the mission and vision of the school and the mission statement, inspired by mission, driven by excellence. You need to integrate masking and tweens in your advertisement. So I also created another video on how you will integrate masking and tweens, and you need to watch that video for you to create our performance task number 4.
Thank you for watching, and I hope that you have learned many things from our discussion. See you on our next lesson. Keep safe, and God bless.